So Karen and Regina are getting checked today. We checked them last week. I believe it was last Wednesday. No, it was exactly a week ago. It was last Monday. To see kind of like if they were even still cycling. It's getting towards the end of, you know, the summer, and sometimes mares start to slow down with building follicles and with actual ovulation. But both of them had, you know, recent CLs, which is corpus luteums, meaning they had recently ovulated. They both were building follicles again. Both looked very active. And so I convinced Chandler Marks, who I purchased them from, to collect his very, very nice stallion. He is going to collect him for us off, you know, regular schedule. So it's gonna be really, really cool. Hopefully they both are synced up together. If they're not, then we might not breed both of them. We'll kind of see. But let's check Karen first. So she's giving her Buscopan. Karen doesn't need sedation because she's a good girl, but Buscopan just kind of helps all of her intestines relax, and since she's so little, it helps out a lot. You may get you a bucket, or did you get it all? Oh, you're good.
We got it.
You're okay, Karen. Also, I'm not used to like a vet being on time. That just
No,
like
I'm never used to that.
I had to tell Nate. I'm like, well, she's actually going to be here at 9:30 probably, or maybe even a little earlier. It's not our norm. All right, there. I saw a big follicle, or was that a smaller one?
There we go. It's pretty good.
There it is. We're gonna freeze it and measure it.
It's a 3.5.
It's a 3.5, he says. Oh.
It's a 20.
Oh, it's still the same size it was.
Yeah, and she doesn't have any edema. So
she's not in heat.
she's not responded well to the legal ice.
Well, I'm okay if I don't breed her.
Okay.
Out of the two, if Regina's like cooking today, we're just gonna go with just Regina, and Karen will get a year off. I don't mind that at all. It's okay. Let's go get Regina and George. Hey, darling.
It was the softest bray of all time. Your turn.
Your turn. This is my channel now. So what we're about to do is see if the Loodle Ice did the trick. And if she's in heat or not.
And if she is?
And if she is, then we're gonna breed her. So, yeah.
She was mentioning how Karen is really hairy for this time of year, but honestly, Regina's pretty hairy as well. And so we're gonna just do some blood work on them both, just to check them out. I don't think I've done routine blood work with them since I've owned them. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, you're both to the point now where you're like, okay, we've lost weight, we're looking good. I can probably start adding like a smidge of that ration balancer per day, and maybe like, I don't know, especially when we wean off of you, we can maybe add like a smidge, like I'm talking about like a half a flake of alfalfa, just so they get like more quality. Oh, you already have a halter. It's you who needs the halter. You gotta work on this, George. Whoa, sweetheart. Oh, it's like he can't.
He can't not stop.
He's like fighting it. Well, why don't we just try to take her out and see if she even cares? That's what we started doing with Karen and Squirt, and by the time we weaned, it was so easy. All right, stay with Auntie Dolly.
He's pooping. Nervous.
See, she's not quite as hairy as Karen, but she's already starting to hair up.
Yeah, and even the big horses are starting to get hairy, but Karen
Yeah.
seems extra.
It's
hairy.
not. It wouldn't be a bad thing to run some blood, especially her being in her first couple of years of seniorhood. Would you consider? I know minis can live longer than big horses. Are they considered senior at the same time? Like around 15 and up?
I think it would be a little later for them because they can live so long. Neither of these girls are really cooperating.
Great. You're not cooperating either. Love that.
Not much
We were trying to make the minis so easy. We were like, oh yeah, if we give them a shot today, they'll respond by this day. And then they'll be synced. We'll do it all at once.
Well, they are synced up and doing nothing.
Great. Okay, so with them still having a 2, that could be like the problem like we were thinking. Like they're starting to kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, slow down in their cycle.
Yeah, so, you know, I'd say it could be that, or it could be like maybe they were just in when we gave them the shot and they hadn't been out long enough. So we could try, you know, this week, giving them another shot and checking them next week just one more time to see.
Right.
But
yeah, we could have missed our window.
They might just be
that's okay.
done. But yeah, no one has really done anything.
Yeah. So if we were going to just check one more time and try to do it, would you say like another shot on this Wednesday, like we did, like a week apart,
like
basically?
Just basically repeat what we did.
Do you mind leaving me too?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Of course.
Come on, girl.
We'll put her in there and just tie her up so she's a little sedated. They're right here. Come right here.
You want her hair on it, Mom.
I was gonna say it's kind of hard to find that vein when it's just.
Look at that hair.
You want to put the halter on her?
There we go.
Oh,
Good.
what talent!
Good job, Karen.
What talent!
With a good pony.
She's a good pony. She's such a good girl. Regina's a good girl too. She's just not as experienced. We are gonna go check on your baby. I don't think he cares that he's weaned either. I know, we gotta go check. We gotta go check on Squirt and Gretchen. They're running right now. They're having zoomies.
They're running, and the goat.
One
of the goats was running after
The goats are running after him? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, look at him. I do want to wait on Regina to wake up a little bit so that we can put her outside. And yeah, I'm rambling. Just do the whole flippy thing. I saw them earlier doing zoomies. They were zooming all over the place earlier. Don't you like all this grass? So, I mean, they came from basically a dry lot, so I figured they would have a good time. When we weaned them, and y'all saw in the video, so nonchalant. Like, neither Squirt nor Karen cared. I think Gretchen cared more than Squirt did. They both just started eating grass immediately. Checked on them all day yesterday, checked on them last night. Nothing. They were so chill. So, I'm not worried about them by any means, but I just want to see if, because they were so chill, I'm wondering if there's like a delayed reaction, but it doesn't seem to be. Gretchen, you seem to be enjoying all the new grass, and everyone in the last video commented how good your bubble braids are staying in. Okay, Squirt sees scratches being dealt out and is like, you know what? I want a part of this, actually. Look at his hair. It's crazy. Oh, you want a part of it, buddy? Oh yeah, he said, that's my ideal, not yours. The jealous baby boy. I don't know what to call your color other than dishwater, because that's what it looks like. Also, why do you pack your cheeks full of food? Like, the amount of times someone has been like, something's wrong with Squirt. He's got a big mass on his face. I'm like, no, he's literally packing his freaking food. You're not a goat. What are you doing? You don't chew cud.
They're teaching him.
He's done that his whole life. I'm like, why are you doing this? It's so dumb. It looks like something's wrong with him, but he's not. I hope you enjoyed that. So unfortunately, it wasn't the news we were hoping for with the minis. We're gonna give them one more try, and then after that, we're just gonna let them be for the winter, and maybe they just don't wanna. So we'll see. We're gonna try again next week, and then if that's the last try we're doing. And Gretchen and Squirt have really settled in. I couldn't have asked for a better weaning process, and I think this proves it, because this is less than 24 hours. I don't think you were. No, okay. You had to go ahead and try to nurse on Gretchen when I said that, didn't you? But he didn't. He didn't. So he he's getting it. And a lot of people have asked, when do we have to worry about like Squirt accidentally breeding Gretchen? We're not quite there yet, and I think he's going to be gelded before we have to worry about that. So we're going to keep a close eye, but he's like 5.5 months right now. Generally speaking, you don't have to worry before 9 months, and a lot of the times after that. And I don't even think she's cycling yet, and we're about to go into winter when they're not cycling. So I really don't think we're going to have to worry about it, but we will keep a close eye. Hope you enjoyed that, and stay tuned for so many more updates throughout the next coming weeks. We've got so much going on. Calving season has begun. Our sale is this weekend. Lots of stuff. So let me know what you would like to see more of, and I'll see you in the next one.